coming, we're popping the flesh. With a she gon' check. She be talking that shit talking out of her neck. But blood on her dress. If you be mad when they say Cardi step in the spot. Say that you bought it, we know that you not. I'ma pull up on pull-ups as soon as I drop.
Hello, villagers. We are back again today. This is your girl Jada, and I'm here with Tay, Ali, and Thomas on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. You guys, we have some great topics for y'all once again today, coming with the real hot topics today. So let's just go ahead and hop right on in. College. Let's talk about this. This has been a real big topic that I would say definitely in politics recently about making tuition completely free. So we want to come with a different spin on it because I definitely think that it's something that we all want. But let's say if college is made free, would students take advantage of it in a bad way because they don't have to pay for it or pay it off, like it's pretty much something that's free? So would that be something that is taken advantage of in the wrong way, or could possibly lead to college people going to college and then just because it's free?
Yeah. I feel like personally, like when I was first hearing it, I'm like, hell yeah, college free, let's do it. Like it should be free. But then I started thinking, I'm like, would that deter people from really trying when they know it's free? Like when you know you don't have to incur any debt from it, will it make people be more lackadaisical with their classes and with trying to graduate and with doing certain things? So that's my only, like, I have been thinking about that. And I feel like I feel like the graduation rates would drop if it is free.
I would say it's dependent because my college education is free, and I bust my ass every damn day. It's individual.
But that's because the comparison against what other people have to do to pay for it.
But you've also put your time and your work in to get that.
So that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, regardless, I could still bullshit and be like, well, my college is free. I don't care. No matter what I do, it doesn't matter. My college is free. Some people be like, well, I'll bust my ass hard because I pay for it. But I also know people like me who don't pay for college and their parents pay for their college and they bust their ass because they got certain expectations. Yeah. I think it's about the mindset of the people. Only thing I think will be taken advantage of is I think the institutions and the government would take advantage of it because now they're going to say, they've always called us lazy ever since we stopped working for free. So I think if they was to give us free education, they're going to be like, well, this is your reparations right here. And some way, somehow, intersectionality is something that's still gonna make it hard. So I don't.
So you don't think that would affect how hard kids work for college?
If anything, I think it's good because a lot of people go to college anyways and don't know who they are and they're trying to find themselves. At least you going in there and you're getting the experience in networking and you can leave without incurring debt. So I don't think it'll be a bad thing.
And a lot of people leave college.
I honestly feel like I don't feel that way. I feel like with it costing money, it actually brings a certain level of a standard to it, and it makes it know that it makes people. I feel like it makes people work at a different level because even if it was for free or if I'm taking out all these loans, either way, I still know that this costs some level of money. So I'm not about to waste thousands of dollars, regardless of if it was free or not, just because it's something that I just want to go to college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for people, when you add money onto it, college, definitely that adds a certain level of saying I want to do this because I feel like this is something that I want to do, and it puts a different level of harder work on it. When you make something free, or I want to say available to everybody at no cost, I think that definitely brings the level of I'm gonna just do it to see if this works, rather than
is that taking advantage rather of it,
than. But to me, I'm not even saying that that's necessarily taking advantage of it. I'm saying that is just. I think that it would be with it costing money, it brings a certain level of understanding of I have to work my ass off rather than it being free. And everybody just having that chance, that opens the door for people who really probably should be going into other trades, just going into college and then wasting money and wasting government time.
But also, I feel like that will also increase distractions in college because then you'll have some people who just like, I'm finna test this out, but you also
you could be jumping around majors and stuff. Like, I think it'd be a lot of that.
It's hard for me to explain exactly what I'm thinking in my head, but I feel like that would it. At that time, you don't have all the people like you here for business. A lot of people that's in college now because they got to pay for it. I'm here to get this degree. Let's go. I feel like that'll take people off the gas pedal a little bit. It'd be like, I could cruise, I can chill, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna drop this class, add this class, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I feel like it'd be an influx of that if college is absolutely free. Yeah. But like one of the viewers was saying, free with stipulations. I agree. I feel like you should there should be a GPA requirement. Nothing crazy.
Well, you still have to think about it that you still have to apply to get in college.
Yeah, you still have to apply to get in college.
You're not gonna have those class clowns.
But no, there are people who get in the college and turn in some damn class.
But does it really affect you?
Yeah, because other people become distractions for other people too. Not to say that they're responsible, but we can't say that people that's just BS and they don't influence other people or have an effect on other people in certain ways. Not to say that they run their people life, but when people are there for business, you move a little different. When you have more people there for distractions and party and stuff, you tend to get pulled towards that a little bit more. And there's some people who are very influenced by others that would get pulled into that.
So don't be a follower.
I know.
Yeah,
it sounds good. It sounds good, but like y'all said in college, it's a lot of people finding college. No. But like y'all said before, it's a lot of people in college that are finding their stuff in college. So that's easy to say, but a lot of people trying to figure out what they want to do in college. So if you have a lot of people who are lackadaisical in college, is to get a degree is really not they real goal right now. They chilling. You're influencing more people who don't really know their stuff all the way and know exactly what they want to do.
So even people who are paying for college go through that same phase. All I'm saying is, I think it comes down to the mentality. I could care less of why if you're paying for college or not. If you really want to be somewhere, you're gonna be there. That's with anything or any career. It's a whole bunch of stuff that could be technically free. It's a whole bunch of scholarships that they offer at the university, and people don't take advantage of that. So it comes down to the individual. I think if I know, like I said, I don't pay for school. However, y'all see how hard I work. I bust my ass. But at the end of the day, it's still government money. Regardless if I put my time in it or not, I am not paying. I could be lazy daisy because I can still get the classes.
At the moment.
That's
like,
why
you are a small
thing, so
out of all the people that goes to the college, not everybody's getting paid for free. Like so I get what you're saying, and I understand
it's a mindset because I know people who not just military, but their parents pay for their school, they pay for their apartment, and they bust their ass. It comes down to the mentality of the person.
Yeah, I don't think the money is the big factor.
It's whether or not
we're not saying that. But see, I think y'all are misinterpreting what we're saying. We're saying that it's going to make available. It's going to be made available to individuals who probably should not, or because school is not for everybody. That's known. Everybody knows that. So it would just be made, and it just would be an entrance level for people who should not probably have inserted college. Let me finish what I'm saying. So people who have probably should not have inserted college in the first place to waste time and then to just be at college just because they want the college experience.
So I get. So I'm
not. That's not what I am saying. That's not what I said. That's not what I verbally came out of my mouth.
No,
what I said was that it opens the door for people. When stuff becomes free, you automatically say, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just try this, even though I probably shouldn't. I don't even like school. I just want to go to college just for the doggone experience.
I heard it's fun.
I just want to try it. It's fun.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But then you're still distracted. You're wasting money, and you're wasting somebody else's.
What if he goes to college and he realizes, I actually do want to take this serious.
Go,
or some people that's not even
getting
an opportunity to go to college and even find out for themselves.
I know, I understand that. But what I'm saying is there's always still, like now, there's still people who find themselves and want to try it out, but you still got to make a certain sacrifice. You got to buy into the process a little bit. When you don't have to buy into the process, you don't appreciate it as much. You take it for granted. Like a lot of people even say, just as Americans, high school is free. People take advantage of school because it's not free over there. So over there, other people in other countries, like when we get into high school, we grinding because it's not free. We got to pay for it. It puts a drive and a grind on you when you got to buy into the process.
And also by
when you don't have to, you take advantage. No.
Our people out.
Okay, you keep our people out. But like me, I took out loans. It was a sacrifice. I had to buy into the process. I bought into the process. It's not like a thing where, we're saying, if you can't afford it, then it's not for you. It's a lot of people who can't afford college, but you got to take out those loans. You got to make that sacrifice. And that sacrifice drives a lot of people. Like mine, I know I'm $20-something thousand in debt. I'm not finna be BSing around. I know I need to grind, get a job, and start paying these loans off. It's a motivator for me. So I feel like for some people who don't have that motivation, they're going to be like, hell, it is what it is. Fuck it, let's have a good time. And they're going to end up influencing other people to do that too.
Somebody influence it like that, then you just weak-minded.
I mean, it's easy to say that, but I mean, so I do want to boil down to that. I do think that college should be free. I would love it, but I just also do believe that it will add a whole certain disadvantage that definitely play a role when the years come down and where kids actually start going to college. It's going to be definitely different. I feel like it's not going to be the same level. But hey, if you want to go pay for my college, go pay for it.
I say you just add stipulations on it.
Yeah.
I feel like hey, if you drop, if the government invests this money in you and you drop out, there's have to be some type of repayment plan. Maybe not all of it, but you got to repay the thousands of dollars that they invested into you. Just because you wanted to quit. I know it's a lot of scholarships and stuff that's like that. They give you thousands of dollars. They send you on trips, XYZ. But if you drop out or something, you got to pay that back. Like, that's an investment.
Yeah. I believe in that. So, yeah, we're just going to keep it on rolling. So, this week, Meek Mill finally gets his wrongful conviction overturned, y'all. So, I think everybody has known about this story with Meek Mill and pretty much what's going on with him being in prison, and now his criminal record is clear of felonies for the very first time.
That's for now.
For now. Okay. So I do definitely think that this is something that should be talked about, just because I think it's just major. From what he was going through with it being a black woman that did do this to him, I do definitely believe that this is something that is a unique kind of situation. Like, it's something we definitely should pay attention to, because it also talks about how black people can definitely bring other black people down. So let's talk about his
You think it was all on her, though?
I think she played a major role in it. I think she played a major role.
There's a lot of black people that do that.
It's 6 out of the 13% of black people in this country, 6% of those are incarcerated. We make out only 5% of the world population, and 20% of that population we have people's the world population is incarcerated here in America. We make up 20% of that. Black men are mostly, it's over, I believe, 1.6 million black people that is either on papers or something. So this is how many black people that you're keeping out of the system that are being falsely accused. He's been going through this, been having stipulations, being locked down for 11 years technically, and being sent back in prison, and find out he didn't even do it.
Right.
The only reason he's able to highlight this is because he got money and rich. Man, most people that's going through this going to always be on probation or continuously put in that cycle because they don't got the money. This shit is fucked up.
Do y'all know exactly which charges it was? Was it the gun charge with the police officer?
It was the drug charge, and it was a distribution.
It was a drug and gun conviction.
Gun charge.
Okay.
And he makes a great point.
Yeah.
Think about it. I'm a black man in America. If I would have pointed a gun at the police, do you think I really would be here?
Especially back then. What was that, 2008?
Yeah.
2008.
Come on, man.
Before everybody was recording shit.
Yeah, before all this shit was going down.
So it just highlights like this really goes on, man. And it's good that he get in a different trial, but look what he had to do to get their attention.
You got to have Jay-Z help and all these people that help.
And it's horrible. I definitely, honestly, when I heard about this story, I didn't even think that like it was gonna even get this far, to be honest,
either.
because I just felt like it was just wrapped up in that system that they don't care whether you're a celebrity or not. Exactly. So I just didn't think so. I'm honestly very, very, very happy that he got this far, and he is actually to the point to where, even though it's probably came down to his money and his actual being famous and all of that, his celebrity. So I do believe that it's definitely a good thing that he got past there, because I do believe that some people don't. Not everybody do. So the fact that he did, I definitely commend him for that, honestly.
Yeah.
For fighting that fight that was probably so hard to fight.
Yeah.
So
We need to have a segment on that. I hate when certain black people get like a certain amount of power and they start acting like, it's some black people that get up there and act like they don't want to pull other black people up there with them.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I made it, and now I'm just going to go by what all these other white people do and how they act, and I'm going to enforce that on y'all, too.
I was actually talking to somebody about that
Ruckus.
last night. I was talking about that with somebody last night. What it is it's a complex that's like put into our head. It's like, oh, it's only so many slots. So if I'm teaching you, you taking my slot or you taking my children's slot. A lot of people got this competitive thing with them, crab in the barrel mentality. So you feel like, oh, I'm a black person at the top. It ain't enough room for everybody. Like, I can't pull nobody up. I gotta stay right here, and I'm gonna keep y'all down. So I feel like we gotta get out of that, and I think that's more so what it is, of people feeling like it's not enough room for everybody.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it on rolling to the Harriet Tubman movie, y'all. It is coming out, and I'm also
I
very
feel like everybody
excited.
gonna rally around. They can't fuck this up.
Yeah, they can't. So I honestly
They can't.
think
No,
that
I'm saying they can't, as in like
They can.
their career gonna
but
be
they
done.
can't. I honestly want to. Here's what I want to ask you guys, because they have been getting a lot of backlash from some people, a little minor controversy surrounding the casting of Harriet Tubman as a British woman. Some people argue that she's British black.
Okay.
But some people have argued that the role of one of America's most important civil rights figures should go to an African American.
I agree.
From Atlanta.
You
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah.
Okay, and I honestly agree too.
Yeah.
People might call it what you call it. I agree.
The difference is, even though we've all had oppression within the black community, the difference is out of that 100%, only 5% of the Africans that went through slavery came to America. So that we're very unique to everybody else. 50% went to South America, 45% went to the Caribbean. That's why everybody think they different than us. So our experience is unique in its own. So we should have somebody within tell our agency and be the agent in that story that represent our diaspora, since it's gonna be that way.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of feel like how we were saying about the cultural appropriation thing. I believe last week or the week before.
Yeah.
Where I feel like if bring somebody from this culture, if that's what you want to do, if this is the movie you want to make, bring somebody that represents this into your culture. So you putting money in their pockets and you bring in.
And it's not that hard to find an African American
you
actor.
can't tell me you couldn't find somebody.
Old girl that played Betty Shabazz. She plays all the black movies. She played.
It's a lot of actresses
It's
that
a lot.
play. It's a lot.
She played Betty Shabazz. She also played Coretta Scott.
Oh, Angela Bassett.
Angela-
Yeah,
wow.
I think
I
Angela
can't
Bassett
put the
should have
face with
played.
the name
I
right
think
now.
Angela Bassett. She was in Black
She was
Panther.
she played the
She
Tina
played
Turner movie.
strong black women roles. That's the
don't.
first
She
person I
don't.
thought of
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
came to
yeah.
I know Tina
Harriet
Turner,
Tubman.
but don't
I
do
said
She
you don't
could- I
you
think
ain't
she
seen
would've
that
been
movie.
Yeah, I think. Or no. You know
Turner.
who would have killed that? Y'all ever seen the? It's damn. Her name is at the tip of my tongue, but she does. How to Get Away with Murder. And she was in the
I
Help.
know you're talking about.
Yeah, she who?
Viola Davis.
Viola
I seen
Davis.
that movie we just
She would have
watched.
killed that.
Yeah.
Because Viola, she don't miss. Viola Davis, she didn't kill
She
every role I
gets it.
seen her
Yeah,
in.
she
I
definitely
ain't never
gets
seen
it.
Viola perform, and I've been like, she could have did better.
Yeah,
she
she
always she
definitely
give you tears.
She always give you that
emotion.
crazy lady
She give you that
thing.
crazy. She
They
give it
could've
all to you.
definitely
That
found
would have been.
somebody
She would have been, but
But at least she black, bro. So
at least she black. No,
what they gonna do with a white woman is Harriet Tubman?
yeah, you couldn't have did
They
that.
might.
But my thing
cannot
they
too
put a
is,
little mixed woman.
I think this is. I feel like this is very important too, because I feel like from what the schools teach us about Harriet Tubman, you would think she was just like this cleanup lady that helped people escape.
Yeah.
She was
A track star.
She was a G. She was a G. She was a
she
smart,
carried-
and she carried a gun. And she
carried a
said,
pistol.
"If you want to turn back, I'm gonna kill you. Like we going north." Or we going north, or you gonna die. Like she didn't play that. If you was on the trip with her, she
Yeah.
was saying, if you go back, you gonna snitch on all of us. So she had her gun, and she had
Harriet
the morphine
Tubman was
to
an
knock
advocate
babies
of the
out.
Second Amendment.
Everything.
Yeah,
So
what?
the morphine is something, but you put it over the baby mouth to have the baby go to sleep. Cause you can't be crying when people looking for you.
She
so
exercised her Second Amendment.
hey,
It,
she was
it
a
definitely
G, man.
brings different,
I don't know how she
a
did it,
deeper
though,
light
like-
into her story.
Commitment, bro.
That's a different type of
and she
commitment,
also
though.
and she
That's
also
loud.
led
The world was different,
an
too.
attack in the
Yeah.
during the Civil
yeah,
War
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So she did so much stuff that we don't learn about in school. We just know she escaped and she
Even
brought
how
a lot
they
of people to
portray
the
what
north.
she looks like. They'll
Yeah.
try to portray her like, you know,
As
what I'm
some
saying?
old, frail-
like she couldn't do it. It's a
Nah,
reason.
she was
for
a
that,
G.
bro.
Yeah. But I definitely think that I'm happy that they're coming out with the movie. I just think they could have definitely chose that actor
Yeah,
way
yeah,
better.
that-
I mean, it may have to do with budget cuts because they can't. I don't know,
But I'm sure somebody
I
would have took that role.
Yeah.
It's Harriet Tubman.
You're right.
Come on now.
You're right. So I don't know. I just think that they could have done better by that. But I'm still gonna go see the movie regardless. I just I'm gonna go
definitely.
support it and definitely tell people to watch it.
But I'm gonna just
think
be
that-
extra critical. You better
Yeah.
come with it.
Yeah, she
if
sure
this what
will.
you want,
You
if this
better
what you
come with
want,
that.
you better come with it.
For real. Now we're gonna keep it on moving. This has definitely been something that I definitely think that is a topic that most people would be talking about at the moment, because I think that female rappers have become definitely really big in rapping. I think today, I think that it's definitely there is more than there ever was that we had in hip hop today. So Jermaine Dupri made a comment pretty much saying that all female rappers are doing are just stripper rapping, aka strapping. I want to know, what do you really feel like, what are your opinions on his statement, as well as do you think it is fair compared to what
There's only
men
one
were?
way.
I don't think it's fair.
I feel like it's fair. I feel like he just did like a horrible way of explaining what he was trying to say. when I think you look at the like mainstream hip hop and like the females and the dude artists, I want to say nigga, but I guess I just said it anyway. But anyway, so when you look at it and you look at the main categories, I feel like the women that are singing about stripping and all this other stuff, those are the ones that are mainstream, the ones that we actually look at. I know it's other artists and stuff that sing like J. Cole and all this other type of stuff, but those not the ones that are mainstream, the ones that are making it. Now, for dudes, y'all can say we rap about hoes and all this other stuff, but we have the J. Coles up there. We have other artists in there that are still mainstream that's not just making it off talking about hoes and guns and drugs, you feel me?
But they still not publicized as much as what's mainstream, though.
That's very true.
And it's just, I feel like it's parallel. It's the same thing. It's just like they have something different to talk about.
I feel like they give up. They give up and they start talking about their body and everything else.
I'm gonna say this. So I agree with Jermaine Dupri. Only thing I disagree with is when him putting all the women in there. He's right. A majority of the mainstream rap that's coming out. However, they're cognizant of what they're doing because even Cardi B would tell you. She said it. When I try to rap about other shit, y'all didn't want to support it.
They was like,
that's what I'm saying.
So she's saying y'all didn't support it. So therefore, if y'all popping my pussy and shaking my ass is gonna get you to.
Here's my question.
And that's the only way.
Here's
and
my
that's what I'm
question.
saying. But what other mainstream artists is in that category that we all know that's not talking about shaking their ass and doing all that shit?
Most of them are talking about
Here's
shaking
my
their
question.
ass.
But when you go over to the boy category, the men category,
but
it's
there's
a
also
whole
been
bunch of other
way
men.
more development, like that from the jump, like.
No, J. Cole
Okay, so
was
what-
getting slept on. He was getting slept on for years. He
I
just
know,
kept going.
but even if you look at like how he got big, he talks about it on Let Nas Down. He had to make like a club banger. It wasn't no conscious rap. Like he had to make something like that people wanted to hear. He was making conscious rap, but his shit wasn't picking up. And like he said, Jay-Z wasn't putting out his album without a hit. He didn't have a hit. He needed a club banger to get people's ears open. You can make all of this music, and it could be more influential, and it could be deep, and it could be all of this. But if that shit not getting no play, if people not rocking with it, you going to be an underground rapper forever.
I feel that, but it's still other artists in the game that's found different ways to talk about different things, and they still got mainstream.
And that's
they
the
didn't have
great
to
thing
talk
about
about
music
pussy
now.
and
You
all
get
that.
to pick.
But I feel like we're also at a
Here's my
very
question.
infant stage in the female rap industry right now.
Okay, so here's my
Because they
question.
keep themselves there.
If you're saying all this here, let's say that there is female rappers out here that are stripper rapping, that's strapping, all the mainstream is that.
Strapping.
What is
Pause.
wrong
Them
what is wrong with creating their own genre of that music? If that's what women like to listen to, if that's what the type of rap that they want to have, what's wrong with that being a part of their
One of the
music?
runs that's
And what's wrong with that?
So the reason I don't always knock it on the bigger level is because just like on the other side, and I critique it just like I critique rappers always just talking about gang banging and drug dealing, right?
Right.
It's detrimental to the children. Most of the time,
Y'all music detrimental to the
No,
children.
he was saying it all. You ain't listening. Listen,
Speak
Linda,
your facts, man.
listen.
Speak your facts, man.
Oh my God, y'all music more detrimental than ours is.
All right, go ahead,
all
man.
right, so
Lord.
with men, we're listening to these male rappers. We're listening to all of this. It's detrimental to them.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It influences them. Women as well. The problem is it's influencing a lot of girls and younger girls to be out here, have a thottish mentality in a sense. A lot of that shit is thottish. Just being real.
But-
Y'all,
A lot of y'all shit.
Some of y'all,
He's agreeing.
some of the
There you go.
women are
Y'all
saying
know
it's
it. Y'all love to play
empowerment,
that
and I'm
double
not
standard.
knocking some of it. Some of it is women empowerment. Some of it is just using that as an excuse to be a hoe and wild out for the summer. This whole hot girl summer, this city girls movement is detrimental. Y'all out here
Y'all
thinking
mad.
it's cool. I'm not mad. I'm just
Y'all
speaking
real
facts.
No,
mad.
I will agree. I will agree to an extent.
Real
But if we
salty.
gonna judge it, then we gotta judge overall. We can't just
I
judge
just think that
we
it's
can't
a-
just say
why
that
is it
female
negative
rappers are
connotation
influencing
to it?
girls the wrong way because it's in overall the guys and the girls
what I
are.
said.
Regardless,
it's over-
rap
yeah.
music, trap music in
That's what he's
general
saying.
is
Yeah.
negative.
But
Like,
that's what you're saying, though.
But I get that. But what I'm saying is that why does it always have to be a negative connotation to something that women, it's working for them, they're doing it, and it's happening. But for
Okay,
the longest, listen to what
and
I'm
it
saying.
got
For
a
the
side
longest,
effect to it.
for the longest,
Right,
for the
that's what I'm saying.
longest, ever since pretty much the 2000s started, rap music has been negative. So I don't understand when you say now all of a sudden because women come out when they want to start shaking their ass and start start talking about it and start rapping about it. Now all of a sudden music is bad and now all of a sudden it's a negative connotation to it. But before any of these women rappers ever came out, it was no problem with rapping them damn songs. It was no problem with it was no problem with the influence that it had on black men. It was absolutely no problem with that influence that it had. Oh please, boy, you wouldn't listen to it. If you had an issue with what they were saying, you wouldn't memorize the lyrics. You wouldn't go rapping the same list. It doesn't matter. Regardless, it had an influence on you.
That's why I said it's a negative effect. We're saying the same things.
Y'all
Why are you
love to
getting
play that
mad?
double card.
She not listening to your
Y'all love
side.
to play that double card.
It's not a double
All of a sudden,
card.
because women rappers come out,
She not
rap
listening.
music bad. Rap music got a negative connotation to it,
You're not
y'all.
listening.
Women rappers come out and all music go bad now.
I look at it
Jesus.
as like a lot of people say,
Let
like
us
you're a
fluster.
product of your environment. So in the hip hop game, guys, most rappers refer to women, it's shake your ass, this, that, and the third.
And who's
want
listening
this,
to mostly
but
male rap?
I know,
Men. Who's listening to mostly women?
But my
Women, little girls.
my thing is, you can't get mad at then now women want to rap, so we finna rap about the shit y'all rapping about, but we gonna make it work for us, cause men. When we refer to women a lot of times in the rap, it's about their body. So now women like, okay, I'm gonna rap I'm gonna make money off rapping about my body, not you.
But that's the only way.
That's the
only way. That's the only way they're getting up there. That's the
But
only way
they
they
say
make
a lot for a lot of
Because
male
a lot
rappers.
of dudes-
No. But they say
hell
for a lot of
no.
male rappers, that's the only way they get up, by talking about bitches and money and guns and
A lot of the
drugs.
times-
Come on now, let's be real.
We have-
If
we
we gonna
have-
be real,
it's
let's
a-
be real.
He didn't
I
say it
feel you,
wasn't,
but I'm just saying we
that's
have
the
those
same
in there that's mainstream, but we got other subcategories in our mainstream music that's not just about guns, drug, and all that other stuff.
And that's
they
on both
don't.
sides.
And that's
They
fine.
don't. It's
Nah,
not
they
mainstream.
No, it's not.
say that.
No,
You
like I
can't
was
say
saying,
that.
they're come up like the women rap industry.
It's
like,
just now happening.
It's just now really having a boom since the 90s.
How is it just now happening?
Because
It's just so
Nicki
many
was the
other-
only one for
Hey,
10
are you
years.
serious?
That's why.
Nicki
Come
was
on.
Nicki was.
Mainstream.
Yes.
Mainstream for
Mainstream.
10 years. She
We're
was.
talking about mainstream.
What other female rapper do you know?
I can't think of
I
her
can-
name, but she was
Besides
with
her,
Biggie.
what-
I can't think of her name.
I said
that black
since the
girl.
90s. Lil Kim?
Lil Kim.
Within those 10 years.
You didn't listen to me. I said it's
Listen to
since
what
the
he's
90s.
saying.
There hasn't been
And
another
look at how
boom.
much men have changed since the 90s to where we are
But
now.
men
to
has
be
always
all
been
other
consistent in the
subcategories.
hip hop rap game.
And women
Y'all
can too. They
started
just
the
rap
hip
about
rap
one
game.
thing.
Y'all
and men not
started
But
gonna
what
the
I'm
hit
hip
it
saying
hop
is,
game.
what I'm
So
saying is, they're just starting.
But listen,
So
bro, listen.
I say
It's
eventually
no
we're gonna
way-
get
it's
to
no
our
way-
conscious
listen,
women rappers,
There's no way
and they
J.
gonna have
Cole, there's no way J.
notoriety.
Cole, Drake, and all them can get to where they are if they don't have women supporter and men supporters. When you go on the women's side, it's a lot of men that do not want to listen to Nicki Minaj talk about her pussy all the time. That don't want to
So
listen
what
to
you
Cardi B
want? You want
about
them to
her pussy all
talk
the
about
time.
guns and drugs?
No, they're just not. I'm saying that's the only way.
But at the
they're
end of the
going to
day,
get
there's nothing
famous.
that they can say that's gonna get that male audience. Because
Yes,
what they
there
gonna
is.
start talking about shooting niggas?
I listen to Rhapsody all the time. She don't be talking about popping a pussy. I
Exactly.
listen to
There's so
many
her
other
content.
artists.
I know,
They
and
just
that's another
stop.
example
But I
of a
don't even know
conscious
who
woman
that is.
rapper.
Okay.
Right,
I'm
that's
just
a
saying.
conscious
But
rapper.
she
Rhapsody
don't get the
is
same
fire.
notoriety.
She will. J.
She
Cole.
will-
It's
she
a
will- no.
it's a
Eventually.
marathon. It's a
She-
marathon.
Rhapsody is fire. Like,
Yeah.
if you got
Marathon.
talent, eventually you're gonna
You're
blow.
gonna
But
get
still, at the same
That's
time,
not
it's
true.
so many
That's
people that do not know who
necessarily true
Rhapsody
because
is.
they
You
need.
can't
I don't know who
say
she
that.
is.
Hold on.
Rhapsody
What you
is
mean you
that-
can't say that?
I don't know
What?
who
No,
that
she-
is.
She don't know who she is.
That's what I'm saying. But eventually, it's a million motherfuckers who do know who
But what I'm
Rhapsody
saying
is.
is
She
that
was on
most-
BET and everything.
They'll
else.
need
Eventually,
the
Days
female
Low.
audience.
Days
They
Low.
will
Days
need
Low
the
is
Days
fire.
Low
female
fire.
rappers will need the female audience. So
Yeah.
what they do is they rap towards things that they know
Yeah,
females will be able to
exactly.
So
relate
y'all want to
to.
hear about popping pussy and being thought?
Listen
Exactly.
to what I'm
Then,
saying.
that's the
Listen,
problem.
that's
Just like
not
guys
what
want
came out of my
to hear
mouth.
about
So
shooting
just
niggas and selling
Right,
drugs.
so then the problem is the mentality of the people then.
Yeah.
All
At
right,
the end
then,
of
so
the day.
let's say that.
It's
We'll
so
say
wrong.
that.
Say
It's
that
so
then.
wrong
We
with
need
the
to
fact
change
that
the
we
whole
want to
listen
listen
to.
to.
Yeah, is there something wrong with y'all
At the
wanting
end
to
of
run
the
around
day,
shaking,
at the-
popping y'all pussy? Yes,
It's
there's
so
something
wrong with
with it.
both
I'm standing
sides.
on it.
We gonna say it's something wrong with both sides then. and
We
leave
need
it
to start
at
rapping
that.
about other stuff.
And there's
We're
something
gonna
wrong
leave it at
with doing drive-bys and shooting
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
it's something wrong with both sides. Both sides, we wrong.
Yeah.
We need to stop listening. We need to go on the Mary
Look,
Mary.
just
let's talk
find a
about
woman
the shit
artist
that-
like
Let's talk
Jordan
about the
Lucas.
shit that we not gonna do. Yeah, let's start listening to. Okay.
It's okay. So we gonna keep it on moving. I think that this one is
We're
definitely.
gonna discuss this later. Y'all get on my nerves,
Hey,
man.
I could go all day.
We
This
can
what I
go.
do.
Let's do
This
it.
what I do.
Let's do
I could
it.
go all day.
We gotta keep it moving though because the show about to end. Okay, so Forever 21, y'all. Lord
good?
Jesus, let's pray for them because
What
I don't
happened?
even
What
know what
happened
they're
this
crazy.
time?
Jesus. So pretty much they issued an apology for pretty much issuing diet bars with plus size shipping orders.
Okay, who the fuck is buying diet bars from Forever
Was it
21?
free?
It was like with the so when you bought the outfit,
Plus
it
size
came with it. Yeah,
It comes with
came
all the
with
plus size outfits.
Yeah.
They give you like Fiber One bars.
We cannot laugh about this, okay?
You're lying, Jada.
I swear,
No, they're sending it to you, bro.
to Jesus
And they
on
get
my
mad
life
about
right
it.
now. Like this
You're
happened.
a liar.
Okay, let me.
They promoting health.
Let me.
So if you plus
Don't,
size,
don't, not today, Ali. Not
What?
today.
They promoting
not
No.
today, bro.
I just.
It's a free bar. You ain't what you mad for? It's a free candy bar.
and that's what some people saying, but some people like, damn, y'all really trying me, huh?
Like, nah, that's
That's
some BS.
right. Cause stop laughing.
That is
crazy.
crazy.
No, like, and it's so crazy because they actually intentionally meant to do this. This was no
Yeah, why
accident.
not?
This was nothing
Where
like
the fuck
that.
is
This
their
was
PR team?
intentional.
Fuck it.
So
Like,
apparently, a whole bunch of women,
approved
and this was just recent. Where who the hell knows? A whole bunch of women went on Twitter furious about this, like pretty much just pissed because I mean, this definitely sends a message. Like you're sending a clear message when you send a bar, a diet bar with a plus size outfit.
but my thing is, if you got a problem with it, why the fuck you making a big clothes?
Exactly. But see that that it's just
Maybe
so.
they're not even thinking that deep into it though. Maybe they were just like, bro,
Nah.
we just want them to be healthy.
But my thing is, like, we know better than that. So for that to have passed through executives and
So,
stuff
yeah.
to be like, oh, this is a good idea.
They still gonna shop there.
They will.
That's probably true. But I mean,
especially
it
when they
just-
need a snack or something.
I
Man,
think
let me
that
look
it
at that.
says a lot
do
about.
it.
Let's
Don't do
just
it.
boil this down to. I think that it definitely says a lot about like the way they see the image of big people and how that can affect like insecurities that big women do have. Let's kind of dull that down because I do think that this definitely made a lot of women upset in a whole different kind of way with their image and how they already feel about themselves. So for you to
I ain't gonna
do
lie.
that as a company wide thing like that is
One of
horrible.
our viewers just said if they was gonna do it, they should have did it, put it in all the packages.
Yeah,
But I ain't gonna lie
you
though.
sure right.
In my opinion,
Everybody get a
Because
diet
Everybody
bar.
get a
it
diet
ain't just
bar.
big people that's eating unhealthy now. Let's
Everybody
get
get a
into it.
diet
That's what
bar.
big people want to be big.
but I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
In my opinion, I've always thought like you can joke about people's weight, but I feel like it's off to joke about people's height and stuff like that. Stuff that people can't change. You feel me? But when you joke about things like, oh, you're too skinny or you're too big, you can change that if you want to. It's you being
Some
insecure
people-
about it. You feel me?
But
Some
it's
people, I know
different.
it's you.
Some
You
people-
have
some
different.
It's
some
some
people-
different when a
And then-
whole company sends you something that you already
Singling
know
you
is
out.
plus size and it
But
singles you
you
out.
really have to be kind of just think about it. You kind of insecure if you take that bar and be like,
But that, no.
it's
But
It
look.
is
What if they sent to all the goddamn black people? They put some bleaching cream in there
Yeah.
and be like, you can lighten your skin if you want to, but all we
that's
saying is,
different, though. We talking about eating
but
in
it's
the
like
skin.
you
that's
singling
not
people
much
out.
different.
You still
I
singling
feel you.
people out
It
at
is
the end of the day.
disrespectful. You know what? I'm gonna
That's
say disrespectful,
disrespectful. That's like them sending black people
if you
slightly
lost
cream.
weight,
They're
they
like,
would've sent
well,
you.
if you got a little lighter,
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can send me the candy bars. I don't care. I'm gonna resell
it
it.
ain't candy.
It's a diet
It's
bar.
a diet
Okay,
bar.
That's
so I
a
mean,
problem.
send me
And
the
I'm
diet
sure
bars.
ain't
I'ma
shit
repackage
healthy
them.
in a Forever 21
I
diet
mean,
bar.
and then I
Shit's
also
probably
think
cheap as
I also
hell.
want to boil
Yeah.
down to
Tastes like
like how
cardboard.
you also have to understand
Corn
that
syrup.
like I've seen this for my own eyes for somebody that would be considered technically overweight because I've had friends and I've seen women that actually like they'll break down when they try to get in a dress and they can't fit it. Like that is a whole breakdown moment and I've seen it before. So I definitely see the sensitivity in this situation because although it's not something that like I have experienced before ever, but I definitely have seen how it can affect a woman in such a traumatic way just by simply that one little bar could have broke plenty of women down just because of the fact
I
that they
do.
already
I
have a
believe that.
sensitivity.
Sometimes
level
it take that one thing to take you over the
Yeah.
edge, and
So-
and a lot of things too.
She unwrapping the box and shit. She happy as hell.
Got her plus
Yeah,
size.
My thing
Bob
too,
X
but my
dress.
one thing I feel like a lot of people fail to realize too is a lot of times it's a generational thing. Like People are big, but it's because what they been fed. Like that's been normal. That's been normal for them for so long. Like when you don't have nobody in your family that's eating healthier and know better, it's hard to do that because you don't.
You gotta find a way to live with yourself though.
You gotta find a way. Yeah, you do gotta find a way to live with yourself, but it make it harder when motherfuckers shipping you diet bars. Come on now.
We rank. Y'all do know. Do y'all know that Georgia ranks number 5 in the top obesity in the United States? Right?
And Wisconsin
in the
number
South.
1.
We in the South.
The South states rank the top. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave this alone.
Don't do it.
I think I'm not holding my tongue for nobody.
Don't do it. I'm gonna look this way.
On the biggest scale, on the business wise, they was wrong as hell.
Yeah.
However, sometimes I think they were just trying to change the stigma. Maybe I'm trying to help them out.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
It's right. It is right. They should have. They
say
should
shit. They just threw it in the box.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't know.
Maybe try this.
I can't help.
It's not. Clearly, something's not working. Let's try
It
this.
could have simply been something.
But we
where
do
they-
reward
it
obesity in the
could have
South.
simply
That's all I
been
was gonna
something
say.
where
We do reward obesity in the South. We got to stop doing that.
Do we-
So I might buy my girl like if she was getting a little.
it could have simply been something where when they were checking
lean
out, it
bars.
could have
I don't
been.
date big girls.
It could have been when they were checking out. It could have been a pop up that said, "Would you like a free sample of this diet bar?"
Now that would have went worse. Hell nah. Be like, what you trying to say? Nah,
Yeah,
it
that's
would
what
have
I
went up.
They ask you if you want to try shit all the time. Like, if they would have said you want to try coffee, oh, you want me to try coffee because I'm black? What? Like, come on, like.
Nah, but coffee don't do nothing for your weight, or it don't do nothing for your skin. It don't do nothing for your skin, but that's a direct thing, like diet bars.
Hey, big girls, y'all want to be big?
Like,
We love it. You like it? I love it, man. Go ahead and be big, man. I'm sorry that I'm sorry for them.
We ain't gonna
for doing that.
disrespect
I don't
y'all. We like it. Okay, so we just gonna keep it on moving. We just definitely had to mention that because that was outrageous. I really feel like that's crazy. But I definitely want to talk about Kamala Harris. Mm-hmm. She dissed Trump at an NAACP event. Pretty much for saying that he has pretty much been using a misuse of power, and especially in the ASAP Rocky case.
She's wrong.
That's what and that's why I wanted to bring this up.
Yeah,
She's wrong.
Because I want to know what is misuse?
Explain the whole. Well, I know about him getting locked up. I know about him
Because
getting locked
he's
up
pretty
and all
much
of that.
now.
Kanye helped him.
Yeah.
Kanye came to him about ASAP Rocky. So for the past, if y'all haven't been paying attention, Donald Trump has been doing prison reform stuff.
Yeah.
With what's the old girl,
He has
Kim
been doing it.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
The Kanye's and all of them have doing it. Kanye came to him, so they're trying to advocate, and he called the ambassador to try to speed this case up because the guy in the ASAP Rocky case who actually assaulted ASAP Rocky has no charges.
Exactly.
They dropped it
And
let
I
him
saw the
go.
video.
Yeah.
However, if you have a charge in Sweden, is it Sweden? I think he's in.
Yeah.
It's
Or
Sweden.
Switzerland.
If you got
It's
like
Sweden.
an
It's
assault
Sweden.
charge and it's possible that you can get up to a year, then there is no bail. So they're trying to work on it.
They
Now
don't play
my
about
thing
that
is, I've
violence.
talked to a lot of people that's been in prison and stuff like that, or fighting that case. They don't give a damn who it is. They care about you getting the stuff and helping them.
Yeah.
You think prisoners are really, or ASAP Rocky is like, well, it's Donald Trump, so no, I don't want to help.
Yeah.
And then even the worst thing about this is she's doing the same thing that black people are doing towards ASAP
Yeah.
Rocky. Where like, well, ASAP Rocky said this, so fuck it, leave him there.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to pander to the black community
Yeah.
her damn self by
Hold on.
dissing
So
Trump.
what was she saying?
She's
that he
saying
was
that
doing wrong.
his
He's
involvement,
just only-
So he
in the
shouldn't have
case
been
is a
involved.
She
misuse
said
of
he was
power.
only doing this to get black votes.
Yeah.
She's
Got you.
saying
Okay,
he's
okay,
pandering,
okay.
But
Yeah.
I would actually
Got
say
you.
she's pandering to black people.
Yeah.
Because what's the cool thing to do to show that you cool to be on the liberal side?
Nah, but my
Attack
thing-
Trump.
Hold on, did you actually
No.
see the video of when Trump said something, like when he actually said what he said towards the Swedish people or whatever?
Which
Did you actually
one?
see the video when Trump was like, since he means something towards the black community, since he's such a big figure towards the black community, since he's such a big figure to the United States, then we're going to try to help him out.
Right.
You feel me?
No, I think it's BS.
So
and I'm
if
not mad
anything,
at Kamala.
Trump's doing the same thing that you're trying
I'm not.
to say
Yeah,
Kamala
I'm not mad
Harris
at Kamala. Let me tell you why. If you're gonna do this, do it out of the kindness of your heart. Do it because you're the president of the United States, and this
He
is
tried
a
to say it's for
civilian.
black
This
people,
is
then
a
he tried to switch
citizen.
it up
and
But
be
my
like,
thing
okay.
is,
for the
if you're
US.
gonna talk to the embassy, do that because that's your job. Don't put it on social media.
Here's
Don't
my
say, "Hey,
question.
black people, look what I just did for y'all."
He
You're
made
right.
sure he
No,
said,
you
hey, black
do it,
people.
and you move in silence,
So
and you
that's
do
what
it
I'm saying.
because that's your
They're
job.
pandering.
Don't do it for notoriety.
However, they're pandering.
'Cause
She's doing
Trump
the same.
doing it too.
But hold on, that's what I said. But the difference
She not
is
wrong.
talking to people in prison and jail. They don't give a fuck if
At least
you
he
pandering or
helping.
not.
But-
they
don't.
somebody right now that's in jail
don't
facing
care.
20, 10 years over there, they
I
don't
wouldn't
care.
care. I wouldn't
don't
care.
Come
Okay,
get
that's-
me.
No.
care.
I think we talking about two different
I know.
things.
And
I'm not holding
I
on.
think-
Politicians are doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, she's attacking him All I'm saying is she's doing the same thing.
I feel like
that
she's
he's
just
doing.
calling him out on it, and I feel like rightfully so. At
what
the
did
end
he
of the
do
day, I
wrong?
feel like
What did he do wrong, though?
I didn't
Other
say
than-
he did anything wrong. But he was pandering. My thing is, if you're going to go talk to the embassy, try to get him out, do that because that's your job and it's the right thing to do. Don't do it to put it on social media and to be like, hey, black people, look, I know this one of
did
your
do
favorite
that.
rappers.
And I-
Same
look
thing
what
that
I
she's
look
doing.
what I just did.
To be
No,
honest
but
with
she's
you-
calling him out on that.
To be
Is
honest
what
with
she
you,
did.
I don't
But
think he's wrong. I think the way he delivered it was wrong. I would say
yeah,
that
his action is not wrong.
I would
but-
say that Kanye West he's doing it really off the
Kanye.
shirt to Kanye, just like he was doing the other situation off the situation with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
If it benefited him, oh well, he doesn't
Yeah.
give a damn about it. He's just looking now. So the person who's actually pushing it is doing it out of the kindness of their heart. Whether or not Trump is
Yeah.
doing it for that, I could care less. The whole overall of the situation is about humane and getting him out. Kanye and them are really pushing this whole after.
Yeah.
They just need to go through Trump. So at the end of the day, if anything, Kamala Harris, what are you doing to get ASAP Rocky out? Most people are missing the point of the whole argument, and they're just attacking Trump.
Yeah.
The bigger issue
I
is
think-
ASAP Rocky and people in jail.
I think
Yeah.
that I definitely didn't. When I saw her, when she said
She's
it, it made me look at her in a different light because I was rooting for her for like the longest, and then I sat there and I listened to that, and I was like, so are you technically saying that a black man getting out of jail in Sweden is a misuse of
I'm gonna give you
power?
an example of how
Because-
she panders to black people. I'll give you an example. This is not her first time doing it. When she was on the Breakfast Club, she was trying to pander to black people, talking about,
Yeah,
I listened to Tupac
no,
Shakur when I was in law
it
school.
wasn't
But you
even
was in
in-
law school in 1988. Pac wasn't even out yet, and you were talking about Digital Underground. Digital Underground dropped in 91. So how were you in
Damn.
88
Yeah,
talking
she
about
fucked
college? I'm a
herself up
Pac
with that.
fan. I know dates.
Damn.
You talking about, I was listening to Pac in college and all of that
Right.
in 88, but Digital Underground dropped in 91.
First of all, it's
Stop
2019.
playing.
We need you to
Damn.
listen to
You-
somebody.
Yeah,
who-
she
I
messed
didn't hear
herself
that.
up with that. I saw the whole interview.
Listen,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
panders to black people all the time.
Yeah,
Is it
and I don't
not
like
ironic that she announced her run on Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah.
Hell, I would have
attention.
too. Shit.
Pay attention to what she
I'm
does.
black and I'm
She
running.
panders to
Power
black
to the people, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I
don't
feel you, but
like
we need
that.
more black people in the youth to vote. So I understand
guess,
why
bro.
she's doing it. You
Do
feel
Yeah,
me?
it out of
honestly-
sincerity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
just gotta do it
That's
That's
different
what
way
I'm
of
saying.
it.
She's
Yeah.
not
You're right.
doing it. You're lying. You're trying to
You
sound
ain't have to
cool.
lie on Tupac.
Yeah,
like that
don't be
either.
nobody
Oh,
you ain't.
You ain't
But I
allowed
do
to
see
lie.
what Tay saying where she trying to pander to younger people because
Yeah.
a big problem is that young black people don't vote, and that's
If
just
we
the
did,
that's
though,
just
it
the
would make a
facts.
big-
If we did,
That's
it'll make
why
a
we
big
don't
difference.
vote, because we can't even trust your ass. You lying
Yeah.
talking about Pac in 88.
But a
You
lot
ain't
of people reason too is people feel like they can't relate to politics. They don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck going on. So, it's just catch 22.
Yeah, it's
It's a catch-22.
definitely something
It's
that's.
a
I
catch-22.
just
What
wanted
does
to
that
definitely bring this to.
like damn if you
you
do,
stuck
damn
in
if
a
you
rock
don't.
and a
Like,
hard place.
black or-
So pretty much, I definitely wanted to bring this down because I think that we definitely need to keep this story talking about like with politics and what's going on, because for her to say that says a lot. I think for a lot of people to hear her that come out of her mouth, I think that she could have definitely responded to that question in a different way. She was just too busy trying to bash Trump that she
Yeah.
didn't realize what she was doing on the other end.
Yeah, it could
They
get a little
hate Trump
too
so
long.
much. That's
Yeah,
my only
that-
critique
yeah.
the liberals. When you watch the debate should be about issues. We're going to get
Yeah.
back. We're going to
Yeah, they
start
do-
posting more
yeah.
information
Yeah.
about the political debate. But a problem is, especially on the liberal side, the conversation always goes back to Trump.
Yeah.
That is
You're
an
right.
issue. Even when you
But
watch
no,
that's something
CNN,
I don't like
politics,
too.
and
But
anything,
listen,
let's
though.
focus on the issue.
Yeah.
But you got
No, you
things-
talk about him personal attacks. That's retarded.
I understand that, but Trump is always going at every other individual in this country.
also
So,
true.
so
What?
all they
That's
trying to
also
do is,
Hold on, I
I'm not
got a
gonna-
response to that. What did Michelle Obama say?
I don't know.
When they go low, what we do?
Don't know. I guess
When
we
they
go
go
high.
low, we go high.
Okay, yeah.
The opposite.
Trump and them was doing the same
But that didn't
thing.
work. I understand that.
Trump
but
and them was doing the
obviously,
same thing to Barack.
yeah.
But obviously, bro.
And how Barack
True.
handled
That
it.
is true. That is
How did
true.
But
Barack
they
handle
know-
it? When they go low, we go high.
Then no, Clinton. When they started, like when they went back and forth with the Clinton thing, he was going low, she was trying to go high, and you
That's
see how that
true.
shit worked out.
Yep.
She's
But-
not the president of the
but
United
see-
States.
So yeah, we'll
So
definitely.
now somebody gonna have.
So yeah,
we
we'll
need somebody like her.
you
to
gotta
come
hit.
back
You
and
gotta
combat
hit
her.
what he hitting at. Like,
So yeah, we'll definitely just keep you guys updated
Facts
on
on
the
politics
politics
and
and
all
all of that. But we are coming upon the end of our show. Anybody have any final thoughts? Anything
I just
to
want to say happy birthday, Ash. We're going to celebrate her
yeah.
birthday the other day. Congratulations on making it to 25. I see
I
you,
know her?
though.
quarter of a century. No.
Eve.
I just want to say, y'all. Again, I don't have much to say. Have fun. It's lit. You know, they having the ice cream festival today at Piedmont Park.
I
I'm
know,
gonna
I
go do
wish I
that.
could
You know, have a
go.
little fun. Just enjoy my summer. Yeah.
Mine's really short. If you want something, you are the only ones that can stop yourself from getting it. So go get what you want. Go get it.
I'm good this week.
Okay. Hey,
Y'all
that's
stay
all right.
blessed.
Stay
Oh,
blessed.
hey, I'm about to come out with my own line of brushes. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and
Go ahead.
follow me.
I did.
Y'all support it.
He should do it. I'm
I'm
serious.
about to come out with a
We'll
line of
support it.
I'm
brushes.
dead ass.
Hey,
serious.
Afro
You should
Sheen
do
was the
that.
first nigga on the Millionaire Row.
I'm about to have my own line of
You
brushes.
should really
Y'all
do
playing?
that.
I'm dead ass.
You should do it.
Somebody. I got y'all.
So yeah, this is your girl Jada. You can follow me on Instagram at the real Jada Dean.
This your boy Tay. You can follow me on Instagram at @_1TAE_.
Joaquin Ali, JAQUINE_Ali, like the boxer, Muhammad.
All right, this is your boy Thomas. You can follow me at Instagram and Twitter at Thomas_Jones, the letter I and the letter B.
And this is the Vill on Power 108.9. See you next week.